YouTube family. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your healing. Thank you for your contribution to the collective. I'm going to get an energy update for us here. I want to share a few messages that have been coming through for me, and then we will tap into the cards, get some clarification, some further messages. May or may not extend this message in our private soul tribe, in our Patreon community. But even if we don't, know that if you like this style of message, if something resonates for you, longer messages like this are shared routinely, typically multiple times a week, several a month, and also pretty routine, almost daily updates, affirmations, things I've been reading, practices, techniques, tips to use as far as healing, and just a private community, right? Whereas like on YouTube, Facebook, you're bombarded with ads. In the Patreon community here, you are not. It's just straight to the point. You do have to create a username and a password if you don't have one, but that's super simple. And know that when you join, it's a monthly subscription. You get access to not only the videos of the day that you joined, right, but everything I have created. I've been sharing in there a couple years. What else? Any other housekeeping items? If you would like to work with me one-on-one on your healing journey, addiction work, trauma healing, inner child work, energy work, there's a plethora of things. Reach out on that if you are wanting to work with me. If you are wanting a personal reading, if you are wanting access to the video series I created, any of that, just drop a comment below. Let me know you're wanting some more info, and I will reply with a form, a quick form that you can fill out. Just jot your email in there and I will reach out by email so we can connect and I can check in and see how I may further assist you. Also, there's a video series I created if you want to work with me one-on-one, but you want to do it on your own time. There's about 90 minutes of video time with me on there, a PDF for tracking your progress in the AM and the PM. There's meditations, there's movement, there's mindset, all the things. So yes, and again, I can't remember if I said this now, but the Patreon link will be in the pinned comments and also in the description box below. And if you are wanting more of a personal message, something that speaks to you, if you're wondering about something in your personal life, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you would like to contribute your own energy more strongly. You are more likely to get a message for yourself that way, because it's all energetics, and know that whenever you find this message is just right for you. And again, if there's something specific you're wanting to know, either make that intention known now in your energy, or you can even drop a comment below, whatever feels right for you. I do like the commenting feature so we can collaborate, communicate as a community here. That's one of my favorite features about this. So as I was preparing my space, the quote, the Rumi quote came through. I'm actually going to quote a few Rumi quotes, but it seems to be fitting appropriate right now on presence and savoring the moment. And I'll probably slaughter it a bit, but the gist of it is when you are everywhere, you are nowhere. And when you are in one space, meaning intentional living, right? Presence. When you are in one place, being intentional, focused, you are everywhere because interconnectedness, right? And yes, I love that on the presence. And again, I said I was going to share a few of his quotes. So if you, wherever you are, be all there. I believe that's another Rumi quote. And then wherever you are, be the soul of the place, right? Like wherever you are, know your energy is contributing. Know you are making a difference. Even if you don't see it, others do. Your presence, your resonance is felt. So yes, when you walk in a room, act like you were sent there by the divine, because you were. And when you walk into an environment, a situation, an atmosphere, know that you can change the energy. 414, I just saw the mirroring, right? The energy you carry within will affect or infect everything outside of you. And so you get to determine whether you are a carrier of love and positivity or whether you are a pollutant, right? And just like enlightenment, it's not a one and done thing. In every moment we can decide to be or not to be, right? That is the question. I just noticed here, I've got this red spot under my eye. I didn't know if it'd be visible or not, but was pulling myself together, putting on some mascara. You know, you have that waterproof mascara. It stays everywhere but where we want it to. And I had like a black speck under my eye and Can you believe? I'm sure you can. I had to rub and rub and rub, and I do believe the black mascara spot is still there. Probably not on my eyes anymore, but I just didn't want you to think got bit by a bug or something. Not there. I did end up with a bug bite on my neck earlier this week. Not sure if there was bed bugs or what, but anyways, I digress. On presence, on savoring, being where you are, right? If you aren't, all of your presence, all of your power is in the present moment. And so if you scatter yourself, if you're everywhere but where you are, know that your energy is not near as potent. Be where you are, focus your energy here in the only place you have any power, and allow the universe to do the rest, to do the heavy lifting for you. We're savoring here. This is this initiation. Can we slow down even when, I love that, the rite of passage here. Can we slow down? Can we cross this threshold of living from our soul space, slowing down, even though everything outside of us, society, urgency culture tells us we don't have time to do so? Can we take this time and space to slow down, to forgive? I mean, forgiveness at a higher level isn't really necessary, right? For there is no such thing as sin. I mean, the definition of sin just means to miss the mark. That is literally the definition. Go Google it. And so when we notice we have quote unquote sinned, missed the mark, all we need to do is course correct, redirect, right? Correct our errors. And that's all the forgiveness that is necessary. So let go of past resentments, blame, shame towards yourself, towards another. Oftentimes anything we are projecting outwards is only because we're feeling some type of way towards ourselves. And so we hold others to these standards, these expectations, these unspoken expectations that we have either taken on ourselves or made our own. And then we expect others to behave that way as well, which makes no sense, right? When you really get to the root of it here. And the perfect storm, the courage to step into life, the courage to slow it down, to savor, to take your time when it looks, when everything appears as if outside of you that you don't have time to do so. The more you feel like you don't have the time to take the time, that's your indication always. The more necessary it is to do so. To rise above the fray here, right use of power. I love it. Right use of power is our energy work, is alignment first, alignment before we go and do the thing, this big picture thinking, right? And the eagle has been coming through strongly for us on that. Let's tap into our spirit animal deck and see who's guiding us at this moment. But yes, big picture thinking. Again, remind yourself, anytime your humanness tells you, I don't have time to slow down, I don't have time to rest, just remind yourself, that must be exactly the thing I need most, or my ego, my human self wouldn't be trying to keep me from it, right? The ego's favorite thing is to keep us continuing to search, seek, having us believe that we need to fix something, right? We need to be busy outside. Yeah, watch your words here. I love this. This reminds me of a message I heard just this morning. Many believe that as they are speaking to another, right, they're describing a situation, scenario, telling someone how it went down, not knowing that they are creating as they speak, right? Words are powerful. On that power, that's why it's so important to be present, to be intentional. Pay attention to the words you are speaking. That compassionate observer, witness, right? Observe yourself in order to redirect, course correct, so you are no longer missing the mark, right? And nothing is wasted here. Everything we went through was so we could learn the things, so we could understand how the energetics work, how creating our own reality works, right? How thought, emotions, all of that leads to action and behavior. So, and we are willing to surrender now because I was just going to say because we see the big picture, and see the big picture. Surrender now. This is a repeat. We just had this message, our collective message the other day. But yes, we know, right? We don't have to walk around telling other people what we know. Live it, embody it. We have had some significant shifts over the last, I was going to say for several months, but it's more like several years. Allow yourself, I know for myself this week, these next several days, I'm going to do my best to be still. When I feel the urge to rush forward, I'm going to remind myself it's time to just integrate the chaos, the storms we have been walking through over the last how long, right? It takes some time to integrate what we learned again so we can put it in our toolbox, right? Put it in our pocket, carry it with us. That's how things are transferred from knowledge, which is just reading a thing, knowing a thing, to wisdom, which is living a thing, being a thing. And don't beat yourself up if there's a back and forth energy, right? Like healing is not linear, becoming someone new. Oh, I just saw 1019, my birthday. Your birthday, we are all here for a specific reason. You are needed. You are an intricate piece in this divine fabric we are weaving, right? And without you, without your thread, it would not be the same. So the lesson, like nothing is wasted, right? The lessons you went through, the lessons you learned, take the time to integrate this so you can be generous of spirit, so you can step into this lion energy, not only be the leader of your own life, but know that there are many. Your story will help others. So know that. Be playful here. We're here for the joy of it. We're here for the fun of it. Sometimes we just need that reminder, right? There's no reason to take things so seriously when we know we are eternal. So I'm just trying to decide here. Get a little energy message for us here, and then maybe a unicorn message, and leave us with an affirmation. Yeah. Choose friends wisely. This has been a repeat for us, right? Who we surround ourselves with, we become. Admit your vulnerabilities. Again, that course correcting, right? Like we can't change what we aren't willing to admit. If there's something if you've been missing the mark, if there's something you need to course correct, change, don't beat yourself up. There's nothing to forgive. Your creator, the divine, doesn't even see in air. So know that you are supported, you are loved unconditionally, always. To believe in a creator, a God, a source that requires us to do certain things in order to get to the promised land, right? In order to return to where we came from is ludicrous. We are simply extensions of the one source. So of course we would return to where we came from. Express your joy here. Again, you do have time to slow it down. If someone tells you you're being frivolous, whimsical, right? Tells you you don't have the time to slow it down, tell them I don't have the time to continue doing what isn't working. Alignment is my number one priority. Thank you for your input, but it's not needed. I am sourced from within. Now, again, once we are sourced from within, no external storm will rock us. No one's opinion will rock us, because we have the experience. We know that our wisdom has come from what we have lived. Yeah, build your light body, accelerate your ascension here, and pool of Christ light. Open your heart, spread unconditional love. Beautiful, yes. Like that lion spirit, right? Be generous of spirit. Embody this energy, and so you can help others, right? It's like the domino effect, a wave. Know that everything you do, it's all connected. So even if you feel like it, that smile you gave a stranger, or that door you opened for someone didn't make a difference, know that you did. I have been a recipient on the end of that kindness on super dark days, and know that sometimes that is just what is needed to carry us forward, to remind us that there are kind-hearted people in the world. Spiritual warrior here. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. Again, right? We are simply extensions. Watch your words, for your words create the house you live in. Careful the stories you're telling people. Just because it was a truth, just because that's the way it played out, doesn't mean you have to repeat it. Anything that doesn't feel good, don't even waste a second focusing on it. Rewrite, reframe, and focus on something that feels better instead. I have a healthy and stable foundation in my life. What a beautiful affirmation to leave us with here. And yeah, when we have that solid foundation from within, when we are inner sourced, no external validation or lack thereof, no criticism externally, none of that will rock us, because we know who we are. An extension of the divine, not more important than any other individual, but just as important. The law of one, right? We are all connected. So if something resonated for you here, would love to have you join us in our private soul tribe. And I hope you have a beautiful week until I see you again. Yeah, reach out if you're needing something. I was having a hard time finding the X button here. It's always a little tricky when I record on my phone. But yes, maybe I'll put that affirmation here below in the comments too if you feel like repeating that to yourself. I have a healthy and stable foundation in my life. Just continue to remind yourself with that. And also this one is helpful for me. The more I love me, the more the people and the things that are meant for me will love me as well, because it's all a me, all right? So there we go.